The Big Island's best mix of music, K Big FM. Mahalo for making us a part of your Hump Day Wednesday. We're halfway through the week. Hawaii Island. We got this, Big Islanders. You got this. I got this. We got this. Coming up, I've got that Mike Cutty moment. It's your feel good news. Keep it here. K Big FM. The Big Island's best mix of music, K Big FM. Mariah Carey in your Hump Day Wednesday afternoon mix. I almost said Mariah Scary, because back in the day when she was just coming out as an artist, and I was a DJ in the Philippines, a radio DJ at 101.5 KPLZ, and I would call her Mariah Scary because she's so fine, it's scary. That's anyway, I don't do that anymore. Time now for that. I apologize if that offended anybody. Anyone. I didn't mean for it to apologize anyone. Offend anyone. Time now for that Mike Cutty moment. It's your feel good news. And you know, when I talk lottery, I'm gonna grumble. A guy in Michigan bought his 26-year-old daughter a lottery ticket as a just because gift. And she won, get this, $4 million. And that's Mike Cutty. And if you've listened to me for a short period of time, a long period of time, you know when I talk about lottery, feel good lottery stories. I want us here in Hawaii. I'm not saying legalize gambling. I'm saying legalize a Hawaii state lottery with 100% of the proceeds going to our schools. And I don't mean just private. I don't mean just public, but private, all schools. All right? In Hawaii. And we'll start with teacher salaries. And then the conditions that these students and teachers have to work in. All right? And let's get instruments, musical instruments to all these schools through the Hawaii State Lottery. That's it. I'm running for governor. Maybe not. That's your Mike Cutty moment. It's your feel good news. As we get back to the music on K Big FM. On me. Oh boy. The Big Island's best mix of music. K Big FM. Adele in your Hump Day Wednesday afternoon mix. It's me, Eddie O, on the radio. I just celebrated my birthday. 58 and feeling great. Are you middle-aged? It depends on who you ask. There's never been a consensus on exactly what middle age is. Some say anywhere from 35 to 65. Others think that's too broad. Merriam-Webster Dictionary defines it as between about 40 and about 60. But a recent poll found plenty of people outside those ages think they fit the middle age bill. 1 in 4 Americans under 40 consider themselves middle-aged, and 1 in 5 people over 60 say the same. So what do you think the cutoff is? What's the age range where you have to admit you're not young anymore, but you're still not old? You know what I think? You know how I feel about that? I don't think you could put a number to it. I think it all depends on how you feel, physically and mentally. Because I have classmates, and I don't want to throw shade on anybody. I'm not going to call anybody out, but I have classmates who, kind of didn't take too good care of themselves, you know what I'm saying? And I see them, and I'm like, yeah, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? I don't know. Am I middle-aged at 58? See, I think middle age is like, that's just how you feel. It's just how I feel great. More music in the queue. Keep it here. K Big FM. The Big Island's best mix of music and your daily holidays are coming up. Keep it here, K Big FM. The Big Island's best mix of music, K Big FM. Excuse me, Madonna in your hump day afternoon mix. It's me, Eddie O, on the radio with your daily holidays on this, the 19th of February. Today is Tug of War Day. Tug of War, that game of Tug of War leaves a bad taste in my mouth because back in the day, way back in the day, like I just moved to Hawaii. It was maybe the early 90s, and I was emceeing. It was like Spirit Day at Waikea High School, and they were doing tug of war, all kinds of different games there, and the freshmen wouldn't come out, and like the seniors started chanting something negative, and then I, like a dum-dum, started supporting the seniors and got involved with the chant, and it was terrible. It was bad, and again, I apologize to, they're like, these freshmen are now like married with kids kind. You know what I'm saying? Waikea High School. Shout out to Waikea High School. Go Warriors! Today is Iwo Jima Day. The 1945 battle cost the lives of American soldiers who were wounded and killed on the island of Iwo Jima. That makes me want to watch a documentary about that. I'm really big on war documentaries. I know, weird, right? It's because of my dad. He served in the military. Today is National Chocolate Mint Day. Yum. And here's something, I'll get back to this one, because that one, it kind of annoys me. Today is National Veteran Girls Rock Day. Veteran girls, you rock. And today is U.S. Coast Guard Reserve, the birthday of the U.S. Coast Guard Reserve. Okay, so let's get back to National Eyelash Day. You know these fake eyelashes? I think some of you go a little too far. I'm happy that my daughters do not wear fake eyelashes. They're all natural like that. They wear some makeup, but they don't put on those big, like, like when somebody blinks with those fake eyelashes. Hey, if you're celebrating a birthday today, I hope you're enjoying your special day without the fake eyelashes. Nah. You can wear them, rock them all you want. And happy birthday to you as we get back to the music on K Big FM. The Big Island's best mix of music, K Big FM. It's a Wednesday. I'm Eddie O on the radio with your babas. In the news, a man in Canada is in trouble for throwing a breakfast sandwich at police. It doesn't sound like any of the police officers were injured. But you can't do that. You cannot throw anything for that. I mean, I was going to say you can't throw anything at a police officer. You can't throw anything at anybody. But a breakfast sandwich? Really? I read into the story. Apparently this guy got rowdy in a hotel room, broke a bunch of furniture. Police show up. They take him to jail. They offer him, because the Canadian Mounties are so nice, they give him a breakfast sandwich. And when the police comes back, he throws the sandwich at the police. Maybe a sandwich was really bad. But still, you can't throw a breakfast sandwich at a police officer. It's your Baboons News as we get back to the music with Miley Cyrus now on K Big FM. The Big Island's best mix of music, K Big FM. It's me, Eddie O, on the radio, and I really like this one. If you had, these are things I like to imagine. If you had a totally free day to do whatever you wanted, how would you spend it? A new poll looked at what America's perfect day would look like. And we wouldn't do anything special. Just a whole lot of relaxing. I like that. Here's the full breakdown of what our perfect day would look like. 6 hours and 54 minutes of sleep. I get more than that for sure. 2 hours of eating. I could do that. 3 hours of family time. Love it. 1 hour and 24 minutes just hanging out with friends. 1 hour and 6 minutes hanging out with your pets. 3 hours and 6 minutes watching TV. 1 hour and 24 minutes spent on hobbies. These are, again, what Americans feel a perfect day would be like, according to a recent poll. 1 hour and 30 minutes messing around on our phone, way too much. 48 minutes of exercise. I do more than that on the daily. Somebody says here, that sounds like a lot. It's not. 48 minutes spent shopping. I could do a lot more minutes or hours of shopping. A 42-minute nap. That's on top of the 7 hours of sleep you got. And finally, 1 hour and 18 minutes spent listening to music. And we can help you with that right here on K Big FM. Now get this. The average person expects to have 16 perfect days in 2025, which isn't too bad. That's around one perfect day every 3 weeks. Gosh, I look forward to perfect days. Here's to you having a perfect day. More music in the queue, but first the news on K Big FM. Going home. The Big Island's best mix of music. You turned on K Big FM. The Big Island's best mix of music, K Big FM. And I mentioned this earlier in the week, but I went to I almost said baby luau, but it was a baby shower. 1 year from March 3rd, that's when Janelle Kalele is expecting. We're going to have a big ass bash baby luau. And I just wanted to say, if you are having or planning a baby luau, I'm excited for you, first and foremost. But there are some people that even live here. But especially when I'm on the mainland and I'm like, I need to get back to Hawaii because there's a baby luau coming up. And they're like, baby luau, what's that? That's a baby's first birthday party. And they're like, I'm like, there's going to be live music, there's going to be food. And they're like, oh, sounds kind of extravagant for a baby's first birthday. And I was like, well, and so I have to explain. I believe I've explained this before, but a baby luau is extra special here in Hawaii because back in the day, ancient Hawaiian times, it was very, very special for a baby to make it to 1 year. And when a baby made it to 1 year old, it normally meant that baby was going to live a long life. And that's why baby luau's here in Hawaii are so celebrated and so special. So congratulations to anybody and everybody set to have a baby. I talked to Chad, that's Janelle's husband, earlier today, and he's already planning the baby luau. The baby hasn't even been born yet. Oh, and I was at the shower. Shout out to Sig over there at Sig Zane Designs. I had to leave because my birthday was the next day, and Sig showed up soon after I left, and I always love seeing Sig from Sig Zane Design. Sorry I missed you, bro. Coming up, class will be in session with your Hawaii 101. Keep it here, K Big FM. The Big Island's best mix of music, K Big FM, you too, in your Hump Day Wednesday afternoon mix. On this Hump Day Wednesday, it's me, Eddie O. Class is in session. It's your Hawaii 101. I was able to cut Greg's hair again. You're going, who? Greg. I was able to cut Greg's hair again, and I've brought him up before in class. He volunteers at the Kona Pier to help with visitors coming off the cruise ships. He shared with me a couple more odd questions he gets from visitors, like, is U.S. currency accepted here in Hawaii? And Do people here in Hawaii speak English? Oh my goodness. I mean, do a little research before you come to Hawaii, people. Mahalo. And then I brought up that I think it's funny and a little bit annoying when visitors say, well, you know, back in the States, we are a state, brah. There you go. Shout out to Greg. Love you, Greg. More music. Class dismissed as we get back to more music on K Big FM. The Big Island's best mix of music, K Big FM. You got me, Eddie O, on the radio. Thanks out for making us a patio Wednesday. Are you a morning person? Saying it's the dawn of a new day is sort of freeing. Hopeful expressions. But let's be honest, for a lot of people, the worst part of the day is right when the alarm clock goes off. Or is it? According to a new study, mornings are actually the happiest time of day, when people are happier, more satisfied, and less downbeat. Experts analyzed data from almost 50,000 adults throughout 2 years and found that regardless of the day, a person wakes up in a good mood. And that is the best they're going to feel all day. I like that. I'm a morning person. I'm especially a morning person now that I haven't been boozing. Because, yeah, well, if you're a boozer, you know how some mornings can be. But this makes me think of, earlier I just mentioned Sig from Sig Zane Designs, and this made me think of the Hawaiian word kaiau. Kaiau. And kaiau, I believe was explained by Edith Kanakaole, Auntie Edith Kanakaole, who said she wrote her best music and hulas when she would wake up very early in the morning. That kaiau moment where everybody was like still sleeping in the house. I like those days. I like those days where I wake up early and everybody's still sleeping. Kaiau. Look it up. K-A-I-A-O. More music in the queue, but first the news on K Big FM. The Big Island's best mix of music, K Big FM. Your daily dose of positivity is coming up. Keep it here. The Big Island's best mix of music, K Big FM. Mahalo for making us a party a hump day Wednesday. Did you hear? I dropped the joke of the day. It started off as dad joke of the day, but then that became kind of a stretch. And so I did joke of the day, and then that became kind of a stretch and very corny. And so I'm changing it up because I can with your daily dose of positivity. I think it's needed, right? Try not to become a man of success. I'm going to change that up for today's time. Try not to become a person of success, but rather try to become a person of value. I really like that one. To me, that says it's all about your character, not how much money you have in the bank, not the shiny, fancy toys that you have, but the kind of person, the kind of character that you are. Right? The kind of person that you are. Try not to become a person of success, but rather try to become a person of value. It's your daily dose of positivity as we get back to the music on K Big FM. Say goodbye, Arana. The Big Island's best mix of music, K Big FM. You've been rickrolled on this Hump Day Wednesday afternoon. It's me, Eddie. Random fact, nearly half of Australia's birds and 90% of its mammals, reptiles, and frogs aren't found anywhere else on the planet. That's crazy. Half of Australia's birds and 90% of its mammals, reptiles, and frogs aren't found anywhere else on the planet. That really makes me want to visit Australia. That's so cool. I gotta look and see, like, Hawaii. Like, Hawaii's birds, mammals, coqui frogs. Maybe not. I mean, we know coqui frogs are found in other places of the world. Where are they from? Puerto Rico? Coqui? Now you know with Eddie O as we get back to the music on K Big FM. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. The Big Island's best mix of music. K Big FM, Elton John and Dua Lipa in your Hump Day Wednesday afternoon mix. It's me, Eddie O. Out the door and on my way home. Aloha, mahalo, and hui ho. Remember, love one another. We're one human family. And I look forward to hanging out with you mañana. What? Thursday, the eve of Aloha Friday. I'll be here just past 3 on K Big FM. Peace. All right, I guess I'm going to start doing this because everybody else that has a YouTube channel does it. Thanks for watching. Be sure to hit that shaka button, missing the pinky. You know what I mean. I made that up all by myself. But hey, thanks for watching. Aloha.